Welcome to this current affair topic, Azerbaijan and Armenia. Azerbaijan and Armenia are fighting again. This is the issue. For fighting which what? For Nagorno-Karabakh, a region landing between those nations. This is a fight similarly like India and Pakistan. We both have a ceasefire agreement and ultimately then also we have a fight between them. Similarly, Azerbaijan and Armenia have an agreement, but also the ceasefire agreement, but also after that this fight is emerging. There are various nations are helping them, like Italy on the another side, Russia on the another side, and these all are a powerful nation. So this is a point of worry for us, and that's why we have taken this topic into this current affair topic. Moving ahead, we will see Armenia and Azerbaijan both have a different ethnic groups, different ethnic nation, majority of the nation. So in Armenia, here it is Armenia, here it is Azerbaijan, and this red dot is your Nagorno-Karabakh, which is a dispute area. Armenia is your Christian majority and Azerbaijan is your Islamic majority. And after that, this Nagorno-Karabakh is a point of dispute, as both were earlier the part of USSR, but as the USSR lose power during 1980s, you will see that those USSR moved ahead and this became separate, and the power of dispute happened at the Nagorno-Karabakh because this region is rich in petroleum and oil. So this became a point of conflict between them. Moving at, where is Nagorno-Karabakh? Exactly where is it present and which area lies into which region? So it is an ethnically Armenian enclave. Earlier, that actually if we see that Nagorno-Karabakh is an Armenian state, but it is under the control of Azerbaijan right now. People voted for the Armenian, but the control is maximum for the Azerbaijan, and the main that petroleum rich, oil rich regions is with the Azerbaijan. So it is an ethnically Armenian enclave within the Azerbaijan that has been out of Azerbaijan's control since the end of war 1994. So it has a 95% ethnically Armenian population, and Armenia is a Christian majority, and remember that Azerbaijan is your Islamic majority. So internationally, Azerbaijan recognized this region and this recognized as Islamic nation. So in 1991 it broke away with the Azerbaijan, this both part, that is Nagorno-Karabakh, and after the collapse, like these both were under the control of Soviet Union. Soviet Union were controlling it, but if you see in the 1980s, Soviet Union was starting weakening its position. Like if you see in Afghanistan also, Russia launched went into that Afghanistan part, and when the America saw that America was against the communist policies and also they trained Taliban. So the today's Taliban is because of the USA trained them, and it was because of Russia only, because Russia went to the Afghanistan for capture all those regions. So a ceasefire agreement was signed between that Azerbaijan and Armenia in the 1994. Azerbaijan and Armenia frequently accuse each other of attack around Nagorno-Karabakh and along the separate of Azeri-Armenian frontier, that like we have a line of control between India and Pakistan. With in Ladakh side we will see India and China has a line of actual control. So the both sides have a heavy military presence along the demilitarized zones and separating the regions from the rest of Azerbaijan. So if you will see this one, okay, this one is separate, and this is your Nagorno-Karabakh. Okay, and Armenian controlled territory surrounding Nagorno-Karabakh, this one, if you see this area, okay, and this is your Azerbaijan, here is also your Azerbaijan, this one is also Azerbaijan, and this is the area of conflict where we will see both parties sometimes indulge between that area and the conflict happen. Okay, so what is the history? So these two are ex-Soviet state, that is the USSR, and both of them fighting between the disputed territory of Nagorno-Karabakh, and both of these lie in the region of Caucasus Mountain, present into that region. So in 1980s, as I've explained, the Soviet power was declining, and due to this, different parts of the USSR separatists started emerging, and Nagorno-Karabakh was one of them. And in 1988, National Assembly of Nagorno-Karabakh voted and wanted to join Armenia, this one, but it is claimed by Azerbaijan too, because actually it is rich in oil and petroleum. So thus war erupted between Armenia and Azerbaijan, and this war continued for a long period, and in 1994 Armenia rebelled to control over some part of the Nagorno-Karabakh. Some part was captured by the Armenia and declared it independence. But at that time, ceasefire agreement was signed and put hold from both the sides. Right now in the area, both the party are coming against because of this tensed border issue. Again this issue has emerged, again the ceasefire violation is taking place, and that's why it is in the news. So line of, like we have line of control with the Pakistan, line of actual control with the China in the Aksai Chin region. So similarly we have in this Azerbaijan and Armenia border, we have line of contact is present, and various powers are taking sides between two, like the Turkey took the side of Azerbaijan. This Turkey is taking the side of Azerbaijan. This one is also Azerbaijan. So Turkey is taking side of this Azerbaijan, and Turkey has further moved some insurgent into these areas of disturb. So here also Turkey has moved its area, that military in those regions, in those disputed regions, and Armenia is being supported by countries like Russia and France, and for this Armenia it is being supported by Russia and France. So see, Turkey also a powerful nation, Russia is also a powerful nation, and both are getting help because of that petroleum rich region. The petroleum that they are receiving are from this Nagorno-Karabakh also. So all have interest on this place, and this may lead to a war kind of situation. That is a point of worry for us. Okay, so what is the strategic significance? That I've explained that petroleum oil rich is only the strategic significance of this place, that is Nagorno-Karabakh. So the energy rich Azerbaijan has put several gas and oil pipelines in the Caucasus to the Turkey to Europe, and it includes Baku, this one Baku, here also this one Baku, Tbilisi-Ceyhan oil pipeline, that is from that regions that pipeline was there. So the western route export oil pipeline, the Trans-Anatolian gas pipeline, and the South Caucasus gas pipeline. So Azerbaijan is also transporting the oil pipelines from those regions. So some of these pipelines pass through close to the conflict zone. This is your conflict zone. This from fight this region, these regions also, some of the pipelines are going from these regions. So in an open war between the two countries, the pipeline could be targeted first either by the Azerbaijan or by the Armenia. Like if Armenia attacks maybe on the pipelines that is in that conflict region in the Nagorno-Karabakh. So which would be impact energy supply. That's why all the countries that are getting fuel from that place are taking interest in this conflict, because all are connected with this conflict. So military escalation would draw regional powers like Turkey and Russia deeply into conflict. So what is the Turkey's role and what is the Russia role? We will see. So Turkey has a historically supported Azerbaijan because of an ethnic group, like Azerbaijan is also Islamic nation. So because of that ethnic similarity, because the Turkey is supporting Azerbaijan, and further Turkey has a troublesome relation with the Armenia. So during the war of 1990, Turkey closed its border with the Armenia, and it has no diplomatic relation with the country. When the war that the ceasefire agreement was signed, that is line of contact was came between at the time. So at the time also Turkey and Armenia has a conflict. So Azeris and Turks, that is Azerbaijan's people and Turkey people, shared strong cultural and historically links, as their Turkic ethnic groups and their language is from Turkic origin family only. So the Turkey established strong relation with Azerbaijan, and also it had a joint military exercise with Azerbaijan, and we have seen that Turkey has deployed their military into the conflict zone 2, in the Nagorno-Karabakh region's conflicted zone 2. Right now, that's why it is in the news. So also during recent clashes, it offered support to the Azerbaijan only. So with aggressive foreign policy, Turkey seeks to expand its interest to the former Ottoman territories. Now we will see the Russia. So Russia in this is trying to play a balanced kind of situation, because it is not like it is in the support of Azerbaijan or Armenia, because earlier these two were part of USSR. So this is the Russia's stand to make it a balance between those regions. So it sees Caucasus, Central Asian region as the backyard, and it enjoys good ties with both Azerbaijan and Armenia, and supplies weapons to both of them. It's not like to one them, because earlier it was both were part of the USSR, so they both have a good relation with the Russia, and when the USSR become weak, so they get divided at the time. So however, Armenia is more dependent on Russia. If we see dependency with the Armenia is more dependence on Russia on the weapon side or the military and all, then the energy rich ambitious Azerbaijan is too much dependent. It has own business at petroleum and all. Some petroleum pipelines are passing from the conflicted zones too. So Russia also has a military base in Armenia. So Russia is trying to strike a balance between the two and to mediate a ceasefire between the warring sides. So this was all about from the that is Azerbaijan and Armenia, that is from the Nagorno-Karabakh dispute regions. So I hope you understand this lecture. Please like and subscribe the channel, because your subscription is a form of payment for me. If you want any on-demand video lecture, if you have any suggestions, please feel free to ping on my Twitter handle. Thank you.